Diesel, thank you for joining me today on Pop Culture Unplugged.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Exciting times, my friend. June 5th, right around the corner. How excited are you that season three is finally right around the corner?
Yes, we're very excited. It's been such a long hiatus. It's finally coming out. We are very, very excited for this release.
Mm. Season two gave us some intense moments with Austin.
hmm
How does it first of all, how does it feel like growing up with a character like this?
Yeah, well, that is the thing. I've really kind of grown with him, even though
Yeah.
hasn't aged a bit. Um, really getting to kind of build upon the character and stuff as I grow. I'm much older than him, so I have kind of more experience and a wider kind of mind to be able to really adapt this character and stuff like that, even though I barely remember what it was like to be a 9-year-old.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So there's a moment in season two that I wrote down, wanted to make sure when you shoot Gil to protect his mother,
Mhm.
that was a powerful scene. Like
Yeah.
how do you emotionally get into a character like that for that scene?
Yeah, I mean, usually on the days if I have like a big scene like that, I'll just kind of sit back a little bit and not be as social and stuff as I usually am, and
Yeah.
just kind of get into more of a somber kind of mood for the day. And when it comes down to it, just do my best. Think about thoughts that will get me to that area and really feel before I have to say anything and stuff like that. I have to feel the emotion.
Mm. The show's got a big fan base and everything. What kind of feedback did you receive from fans about Austin's actions for season two?
I think everyone really loved it, protecting his mom and stuff, especially after what he had just seen her do, like what, an hour before that
Mm.
night. And I feel like, in season three, he's really processing that night in specific, really has a big role to play in his mind for season three as well.
Mm. The one thing we noticed too in the dynamic between Austin and Georgia last season was he saw her more of like in a complicated light in a way.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I think he loves his mum and he knows what he's like, for the first 9 years of his life and stuff,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he's strong and resilient and would do anything for her kids. But, he didn't know too much about her actions and what she has been doing until that night when she sees him kill Tom. And that's just a big turning point for how he sees his mum, I think.
Yeah, I can definitely
Yeah.
see that. What do you think? What do you think now? With Austin and Jeannie's relationship for this season
Mhm.
coming up, how would you
Mhm.
say has it evolved more? Bonding, tension. What
Mhm.
would you say?
I think they really bond over the fact that they're kind of in this together now. They
Hmm.
don't have their mum, which is really the only person that they've ever really had in their life permanently. And they are each other's kind of they are really like they wouldn't be okay without each other, right? Because they are the only people that really know what they are going through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So where do we find Austin beginning of season three?
Well, we find him a little bit traumatized from the events of at the end of season two, with that night where he saw what Georgia did, and then when he shot his dad, and then of course when Georgia was arrested at the wedding. And as I said previously, that night is really a main focus for Austin this season. It really plays a big role in his actions this season. Yeah.
From what I've seen so far in season three with the screeners too, he's still kind of a little of a mess.
Yeah, he is. It really is him kind of, because he's never really had to deal with anything quite like this before. So it's very new to him to have this new knowledge about, his mom and his family as a whole.
Do you think he feels like he's lost some trust with people too?
Yes, definitely. I feel he has kind of like he has lost trust definitely in Georgia. And maybe a little bit of Ginny too, because I think he cottons on to the fact that maybe Ginny kind of knew about these
Hmm.
things and stuff, and no one has told him, and he had never known before.
I like how the show blends, we have humor, but a little bit of darkness as well. Like, how is
Mhm.
season three going to balance this out, especially with Austin's story?
I think it's still as evenly balanced, but both sides have even more. So I think it's, 10 times more thrilling and yet 10 times more exciting and funny and stuff. And the actors really help bring the season to life. And same with Austin's storyline, really.
Mm. For season three, like, what do you think? What stood out most for you as an actor for Austin's storyline this season?
Mm. I think because it was a big jump kind of to what we've seen Austin
Yeah.
do in seasons one and two. And I was really grateful to be able to kind of do that and to convey these feelings that Austin is having.
Mm.
Yeah.
Looking ahead, if we get a season four, season five down the road,
Mhm.
what do you want to see, Austin? What do you want to explore more about this character?
Well, season four is confirmed. We
Okay.
do know that is coming up sometime. And I would honestly like to see Austin maybe in a little bit of therapy. Um,
Okay.
because he has really experienced a lot in the past few months, and I feel like that would really do him good. And I just hope everyone is kind of out of issues, out of jail, out of everything. But I mean, then we wouldn't have much content, so we'll see where that takes us.
Mm. Would Diesel be friends with Austin?
I think so. I pity him a little bit. He has trouble making friends and stuff like that. And, he and Jenny have moved around a lot so much. And I think you definitely, I do think so, yeah.
Mm. Is there a specific episode you can't wait for the fans to watch for this upcoming season, or a particular scene with Austin?
Uh-huh. I think episode five is a really good one. But you'll have to wait until June 5th to know what happens. But I'm really excited for them to see
Mm.
middle of the season.
Is there anything you would change about Austin if you could?
Don't think so. Honestly, I think the writers and the creator and stuff have done such a good job at kind of shaping him as a character. And I'm
Mm.
honestly really happy with it, what happens with him in season three and stuff. Yeah.
Mm. If Austin could send a message to the viewers, because they're rooting for him, what do you think
Mhm.
what do you think he would tell them?
I think that he would tell them that he loves his mom and that he would do anything for her.
Definitely, I can see that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you could tease before we end this? Anything for the fans out there?
I mean, the only thing I can say is that season three is, if you can even believe it, I feel like I say this every time, it is so much more than the previous two seasons combined. I mean, so much happens with all of the characters, and I am really excited for everyone to see it.
Amazing. Diesel, we have Ginny and Georgia June 5th on Netflix. Good luck with the series. Like I said, well, you've already confirmed season four. Hopefully, we'll see
Yeah,
more down the road too.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.